Hello, everyone. What is up? Sorry, I'm still getting set up this morning. What a day. What a day. Um, Sketchbook's all sideways and stuff. I forgot how to put drawing gloves on. Yeah. I use a wrist brace a lot of the time and throw the drawing glove over it, but like extra wrist brace actually helps me draw without like using my wrist too much. So bigger flowier lines and stuff and things. Oh, just gonna wait and sip on some coffee since this is art and coffee. Gonna wait just a minute or two, see if anyone wants to show up. I guess I could pop it into Discord too. Today's plan is actually pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna do some gesture drawing to start things off, then move into some color studies. Currently pausing YouTube. Thank you, Freedom. Fantastic piece of software. If you've never used it, so much going on in the world right now. So much. I did not want to visit my channel. Speaking of which, I've been like slowly upgrading all of my graphics and marketing stuff, and I'm really enjoying like the slow incremental improvements to my channel and stuff and my website. Shameless plug, you can visit my website at joshj.blog. Help support me and my family. Right. So that particular set of references from Graffiti, I just realized that her proportions are very, very interesting. I love the Buster Sword though, because Final Fantasy. Oh god. What was I doing? I was doing a thing. Content live. Let's go to control room. Get shareable link. Copy. Oh, my dog won't stop throwing up this morning. I'm actually starting to get worried. I can't just let him wander around the house because he is throwing up everywhere. Oh, this is in Health Hour chat. Let's go to Josh's sketchbook. Live! Exclamation point. Paste. Go. And even though I am indeed live, I am going to activate the Be Right Back screen so that I can go check on my dog. Be right back. And a back. Yeah. I swear, German Shepherds have more GI and stomach issues than any dog ever. It's kind of frustrating and expensive, which is ironic because of the topic of today's stream. I don't know if that's irony or unfortunate. Isn't it ironic? No, nothing in that song is ironic. It's all just unfortunate. Okay. Well, I may just end up doing something a little different today. Like going off script, since seems like a very chill stream today. Let me make sure I can see the chat just in case. So yeah, going off script today a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Well, I guess they're all sort of off script. I'm just not gonna focus too much on whatever notes I might have had. Yeah, it's a dirty little secret, I guess. I write out general notes, and I have sort of a outline-ish of what I want to do in my live streams. I watched way too much of Ben Eblin's stuff, and was trying to figure out, like, does he have a structure? And sure enough, Ben does have quite a structure to his live streams, which I think is really cool. It really makes it easier to manage if you've got sort of a rough or even detailed idea of what it is you want to talk about and when you want to talk about it. I think that's actually really super useful to just have like that structure. But he has practiced way more than I have, so he's better at it. All right. Beep. All right. So yeah, there's my little secret of the day. Really want to like push contrapposto. I also want to try doing something a little different with my gesture drawing session today. See if I have the time to do it. I don't know what that other arm was doing. So I am going to do my typical 1-minute gestures, and then I'm actually going to switch it up and do some longer poses, just to get a little more variety, and it'll actually give me time to study some shape design, because I have found that, yeah, you can really start to capture movement with 1-minute gestures. I personally have trouble with really capturing form through 1-minute gestures, and a lot of that has to do with I think a lot of that has to do with sorry. I have a lot of trouble speaking and drawing at the same time sometimes. But I think a lot of that has to do with not taking the time to really explore what some of those shape designs could and should look like. So I am really cheating myself out of a lot of valuable stuff by only working with a lot of one-minute gestures. Oh, my poor German Shepherd. What is up, Jay? My daughter apparently wants pizza. Hey, I appreciate it. Hang out, hang out. Yeah, I had a topic for today, and I've sort of veered off the topic. Where do you work at? If you don't mind me asking. Or what kind of work do you do? I think would be really what I'm trying to get at. You don't have to like give me the address of your place of business. Oh, hot damn. Thank you kindly, Jay. I appreciate you. Hell yeah. Oh man, well, first of all, thank you. Thank you for being a super fan on the live stream. Definitely come and get a tattoo. I appreciate you. So I actually started my career as a computer sciences major once upon a time. This was a while back. And then I did troubleshooting and network security for the Postal Service a long, long time ago, back when I was a computer sciences major. Definitely, I'll throw you my consult link. I do those virtually so we can actually sit and chat and that'd be dope.
Daddy,
Yes, dear.
I want a peanut butter and chocolate chip wrap.
You want a peanut butter and chocolate chip wrap?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you might have to wait in just a minute. I'll get you a wrap set up as soon as I take a break here, okay, baby?
I'm gonna make it now. Can you make it right now?
Can I make it right now? I guess I have to make it right now. I'll be right back, everybody. My kids woke up late, so I did not get to feed them any breakfast before the live stream started. And unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that started to come out really wrong. I love being a dad, so it's not that unfortunately dadding comes first. It's just dadding always comes first. So I will be back very, very shortly. Make a carb balance wrap with oh, that was my other daughter. She wanted a pizza. Yeah. Now I've got 3 kids, 2 girls and a boy. I'll be right back. Be right back. Alrighty. Everyone is set up with their peanut butter sandwiches. With one of them got Nutella, and the other one got peanut butter carb balance wrap with dark chocolate chips. Deliciousness for breakfast. All right. So back to the gesture drawer. Oh no. That my Apple Pencil somewhere that is. Found it. Oh. Jay, do you plan on like pursuing art professionally one day, or are you happy with the IT? I mean, IT is a very lucrative career. My best friend is also, well, not exactly in IT. He's in web development for a multi-million-dollar corporation. Not like a Fortune 500 or anything, but it's got a pretty secure job in web development. He's I think what they call a product owner. So it's like a few steps down from the CEO in terms of like the hierarchy. He leads all of the development teams. Oh, all right. I'll be right back again. My other daughter is yelling at me. Such is life. All right, I am back. Definitely pursuing an art career. House got destroyed. Sorry about the house getting destroyed. I had a similar experience that did not play out so well. So for me, my near-death experience resulted in me getting into my first marriage, which was honestly a complete joke of a marriage. We got married for all of the wrong reasons. It ended badly. Yeah. I was the cautionary tale of don't do stupid things because of the near-death experience. Not saying, all right, not saying that pursuing an art career is a stupid thing. I'm an artist, like I'm a professional artist of some capacity. Um, So I don't think that an art career is a stupid move. I do think it's a challenging one. Not that that's a bad thing if you're up for the challenge. You also have, I don't want to say competition because honestly, there's a market for everybody out there. If you know where to look, you got to be willing to try and fail. And that's the part that no one really likes to talk about, is that it does take a lot of failure to actually succeed. I have no idea what's going on with that gesture. We are shaped by our experiences. I am grateful for that. It taught me a lot about what not to do in a relationship, and the result of that is that I am now in an incredibly healthy marriage. And we have been together, not married, but together for almost 12 years now. That is awesome. On the stories you need to get out, I'm actually working on something similar, maybe. That's a long story there. Actually, so now that I've got someone here to talk about this stuff with, it's awesome. It is super awesome, man. So this, like, if you're wanting to pursue art as a career, that actually that's sort of what I wanted to talk about today, because money in art is like a very taboo topic, I found. Not always. Kelsey Rodriguez has actually made quite an empire on talking about money for artists. So that's working really well for her. Hell yeah, man. I lost my train of thought. I'm not going to be able to do gesture, like 1 minute gestures, and talk about art and money. So give me just a second, and I am going to actually pause talking, or pause drawing so that I can talk, because that ain't working. And if that's the topic of the day, then it's something that I really need to work. finish this one. I'm still curious as to how, like, I see all of these streamers and YouTubers, like, I guess it's, I mean, it has to just be a trained skill, is what it boils down to, but I, for the life of me, have not been able to, oh, thank you. I've not been able to, actually, these, I think my first page of gestures was better. Yeah. Way more flow. I think the multiple interruptions by kids really threw off my gesture flow here. That's okay though. Oh yeah. All right. So streamers. I don't understand how streamers are able to like maintain attention on a. Oh no, you're fine, man. I don't understand how streamers are able to maintain attention on both their drawing and a train of thought at the same time. Like, it completely escapes me. I can either focus on the drawing, like actually focus on the drawing, right? Or I can focus on the conversation and whatever the topic of the day is. I cannot do both simultaneously. Does not work. Yeah, so making a career out of art, huge thing, and this is something that I'm like trying to process myself, which sounds kind of funny because I'm a tattooer. I already make art for a living, but the goal for me is to transition from tattooing as my primary source of income to illustration as my primary source of income. It's not to me, like, everyone's always like, oh, are you quitting tattooing? No, I am not going to quit tattooing. I'm focused on that primary source of income being illustration over tattooing. So I do intend to continue tattooing basically forever, but to cut back a bit. So every summer, I'm essentially a stay-at-home dad who also runs a business full-time, and with my wife in school, she's in a fast track RN program, killing it, maintaining a 4.0, super impressed, but she also works full-time, so I am a single stay-at-home dad running a business full-time. Makes it really hard to operate the studio over the summers. And I take my kids to work with me because it's my studio and I make the rules, but I don't like to take them there if I'm not actively tattooing. So I cut back my schedule, all of this, to make things happen with my family. So if I can transition to illustration as my primary source of income, it takes a whole lot of pressure off of everything else at the studio. And that's why money in art is such a big deal to me, and building a new art career is such a big deal to me because I'm in the same boat. Like, I love tattooing, I love making art for money. Just being blunt there. but the art that I'm making for money really limits my mobility, and there's a cap on my income, especially over the summers whenever I have to cut back my schedule. So if I could switch to illustration, there are a few things that are really cool about that. So one, unless I'm doing commission work, if I'm just making my own illustrations and selling them, that takes me from a 1-to-1 income versus time trade. So tattooing, I make money when I'm working. It's a 1-to-1 active income. If I can switch to illustration and print sales and patronage, that takes my active income, so the time that I spend making art, and turns it into not passive. I don't believe in passive income. There's always some activation energy required for income. You have to provide value. But if I can start getting this 1-to-1 trade into a 1-to-many trade, so do the work once, get that activation energy, and then distribute it to more than one person, even if it's at a smaller amount, that's leverage. So I can take my art and get more out of it, not just monetarily, but freedom wise. Like I unlock more freedom for my time, for my location, for my family. So that's why I'm trying to take this art career A and transition to primarily art career B. And it's way harder than I expected, but it's also way more fun than I expected, because how to explain that? So I think the first thing that anyone pursuing an art career needs to understand is that no matter what you do, all of your art requires a patron or a customer or a client, whatever you want to call that relationship. What a lot of people don't understand is that you can be that person. So, like I said, my best friend is in web development. He makes a very hefty salary, and he also makes absolutely amazing art. He is in 4 or 5 galleries in Colorado right now. He's doing very well, both financially and artistically. He's doing very well. But the reason he's able to do that is because he is his own patron first. So he makes his hefty salary, and that supports his art. So if you can afford to pay for your own art, you don't need other people. He is in a very fortunate situation there. It's really awesome for him. I went the other route. I was like, well, I have to make my art sell. So as a tattooer, I have actual clients, and those are my patrons, and I make art to make my clients happy, not myself. Now, I've reached a point in my career where I can turn away projects that I don't want to do, and that attracts more of the projects that I do want to do. Super fun. Like, I went through the grind of that for a while until I found what I was good at, that I also enjoyed doing, that people were willing to pay me for, and I try to, in the spirit of Ikigai, I try to make the world a better place with my art, whether that's funding causes that I believe in, or donating work to local charities, or whatever else. Like, you can find that alignment where other people are willing to pay for the things that you like to do, that you're also very good at. You found your other patrons. And now I'm trying to do the same thing for illustration. Like, how can I build my portfolio to the point where other people are willing to pay for it, but I also enjoy the work and I'm good at it. That was a really long-winded rant. Holy crap. I go deep on the philosophy of art and money. Yeah, I just don't think that I don't think greed gets you very far in an art career or in any career. Usually, I do think that providing really good value to someone else while finding that overlap between like what's valuable to other people but also fulfilling for you, because again, you have to be good at it, but you also have to enjoy it. Some people are really good at things they hate, and that's a shame. So yeah, I haven't discovered where that overlap is with my art and illustration career yet, or whatever patron tier thing that I'm working out on my own. But I'm working on it. Hopefully I start attracting the right kind of things, or the right kind of people to what I want to build. Oh, alright. What happens if I move this? Alright, it does mess things up. Ooh. I don't know what just happened. I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. That's doing some wild and wacky things. Every time I accidentally click on my Mac desktop, it makes AirDroid like fly off the screen. What is up, Marcelo? Now we were just talking about deep philosophical money things with art, and finding like where I'm transitioning careers. I'm still in that stage where I'm trying to find that overlap between what I'm actually really good at, what I really enjoy doing, and what people are willing to pay for. So finding that in that fancy Venn diagram, finding that little center. So this right here, good, enjoy, profit. Finding where this is the challenge. And yeah, Ikigai, you are correct. And then someone else. Oh, and if you want to add that fourth circle, good for world. That's like bonus awesome. Ah. There we go. What's up, Nate? Holy crap, we're getting like a crowd going. This is exciting. I don't know if you heard any of this stuff and things. Talking about money and art and being useful. And you'll have to like rewind and watch it later, because I feel like it was a good rant, but if I try to keep repeating it, it's just gonna lose its oomph. Yeah, so Ikigai is the gist of it. And I've also like been wrangling children and dogs and stuff. It's been a very eventful live stream so far. And I did some gesture drawing too. Oh, getting heartburn from too much caffeine. So page 1, page 2. Wait, that was yesterday. I've only done 2 pages of gestures today. Holy crap. Bad Josh. Sweet. I don't know, I think so. One of my big instructions for life is be smart, be useful, have fun. And I think that's basically what it all boils down to. Oh, and be generous. Be smart, be generous, be useful, have fun. Those are the things. Alright, I need to pull up your ref. Get through. Get my. Okay. Sorry. Get my gestures and constructions reference board pulled. What is up, Angel? It is like a real crowd in here. This is like one of my more active live streams ever. This is exciting. I mean, I've had a bunch of people like in the lurking room before, but in terms of like getting a bunch of people chatting at once, this is really cool. So I am actually going to slow down my gestures and actually I'll show you. So screen capture. Here we go. So this is PureRef. PureRef is basically a big reference board thing. So I think it works basically the same as Figma, except it's all local. But I have my gestures and constructions reference board here. Let's switch this to 5 minutes. Pause that. But it lets you like zoom in, scroll around, look at different stuff from all over. And yes, I've got some Weston construction stuff all over the place, along with some Josh Black and let's see, this is lane draws from the Instagrams, and then a lot of Patrick Jones gesture work. Yeah, like those are my gesture and construction heroes. So you got Lil West, like that's actually how I discovered Veil. Oh, awesome. Yes, so you can, it saves all of the images locally in a PureRef file, and you can export all of the images later if you wanted to as individual JPEGs. Yes, exactly. But it saves them at full resolution, and you can resize. I mean, it doesn't resize at full resolution. How to describe that? So when you resize it, it does not change the native resolution of the image. It'll just blow it up or shrink it, whatever. And each image you can do things to it, so you can arrange it in certain ways, toggle grayscale on and off, flip it. So as you build reference boards for whatever you're working on, it will let you say flip a reference to match whatever it is that you're drawing. And I'm just gonna show you my setup. So I'm sitting at my dining room table right now, and I have this LCD. It's just a thin LCD panel that is USB-C. Yeah, so it's just one cable that plugs into my MacBook. I can throw this in my backpack and take it with me everywhere, but I've got MacBook, LCD. Down here is my iPad, and then I've got an external keyboard and mouse for my MacBook. So my whole tech stack is sort of ridiculous. I was going somewhere with that thought. but I don't remember what. Oh, so the way I tend to draw actually is like I've got my monitor up here with pure ref, or if I'm doing gestures, I've got gesture drawing pulled up there, and then my MacBook or my iPad right down here on a stand so that I can look and see my reference. It was super cheap, man. That little monitor was like $60, and it was for a monitor. I mean, not bad at all. What art software do I use? So I use Procreate. I'm really deep in the whole Apple ecosystem, so if I wanted to, I could use Sidecar and just use the iPad as a Cintiq, basically, for my. Yeah, $60 to give me twice the screen real estate was awesome. And the whole reason I did it actually is so that I could, like, let's see, find something that doesn't have too much sensitive information on it. What's my good notes looking like? So like I can literally just drag stuff that I'm okay with sharing onto my secondary screen. And yeah, like it keeps things clean for the stream. And I say that as someone who does have nude references, and you know, like, yeah, Sidecar turns the iPad into a Cintiq. It's really, really convenient, and it's all like built in. So if I wanted to use Photoshop or Krita or whatever else on my iPad, I can. It just turns it into a Cintiq monitor that I can drag and drop stuff onto. That being said, Procreate has all of the power that I ever needed to have. I've never, like, I don't think I've used Photoshop on the iPad maybe 4 or 5 times in the past 2 years. Procreate's really freaking good. The only thing that I don't like about Procreate is that you don't have layer styles and texts. Like, the text tools of Procreate kind of suck too, but I've got Affinity Designer also on the iPad for like doing text heavy work and design. Oh. Alright, so I am gonna get into some of the. Oh, there's some Rembert Monthal stuff too. Which he is a silent observer inside of the art castle for anyone who's in there. I may have just given him away. Yeah. Exciting stuff happening in the art castle soon, by the way. Justin's Vale is trying to get some. Help you get the dress on. That is like 6-year-old's dress that you're trying to put on to an infant baby doll. I don't think it'll fit, babe. It will. Let me switch back to. Okay, got the beautiful dress on. Dad love. So I am going to approach this one a little more slowly. Really try to design some of these shapes. Because that is something that I feel like my work has been lacking whenever it comes to gesture drawing, anyway. Oh, I was like, what are you talking? And then I was like, wait a second, my daughter was just in here. Oh, my poor German Shepherd. He is really struggling right now. Yeah, I've got. Well, he's a King Shepherd, so he looks like he could eat the German Shepherd, and he probably could. Yeah, we didn't mean to get a King Shepherd. We thought we were getting a normal German Shepherd. Then he just kept growing and growing and growing. I feel like I have made this short.
Oh yeah, watch out for cans and balls.
The issue with our German Shepherd is that, like, if he can fit it in his massive head, he will swallow it. And unfortunately, that means that he will eat most things because his head is, like I said, massive. So he ends up having a lot of and he's really freaking out right now. So I'll be right back again. Sorry for the sorry. And we're back. Yeah. Had to walk him. He was about to explode. Pee. He was about to explode. Explode with pee. Yeah, you have no idea how true that is. He is 122 pounds lean. Like, he's not a fat dog. He is 122 pounds of muscly German Shepherd. He's a giant baby with the kids. He is scary with strangers on his territory. So, like, he has to be walked on a leash because if someone pulls into the driveway, like, even with a boundary collar on, if someone pulls into that driveway and the kids are outside, he will protect his pack. That is 55 kilos, yes. 55 kilos of lean. He's a scary dog. But in public, like, he is the most well-behaved, loving giant ever. Like, we can walk him through a supermarket and he would just be happy as could be. So with one exception, and I sort of trust dogs in general, but when he was a puppy, I say puppy, he was probably like at least 20 kilos already. Like, he was so yeah, a little over 50 pounds for anyone who's 50 to 60 pounds. He saw someone in the supermarket when we were walking through the supermarket, and he would growl at this man every time that we saw him. And he's never done that to anyone else ever. I mean, except for people pulling, like, if someone's delivering a package and the kids are outside playing and he's outside with the kids, he does not tolerate that. But in public, this was the only time he's ever been, like, remotely intimidating towards another person. Like, most people can walk up to him and they're like, does he bite? It's like, you'll know if he does. Yeah. But yeah, getting surprised with a larger breed dog than you expected, I guess it's just par for the course whenever you're one of those adopt don't shop people. So, like, we have adopted all of our animals. He was rescued. It's like he just looked like a little teddy bear, and we'd lost. Oh, shepherds, they scare you? Did something bad happen? If so, I apologize. Take it easy, Jade. So just sort of a general unease around canines. I'm sorry to hear that, man. What is it, bud?
You want me to play one around Fortnite?
You want me to watch you play around a Fortnite?
Yeah.
You'll have to give me a little while. But yeah, I'll watch you play here in a little bit. With the right dog, I understand the primal instinct thing. Yeah, we've got well, school's out for the summer, so all of the kiddos are hanging out, having a grand old time. I usually take Tuesdays off through the summer because it's really difficult to take the kids. Well, anytime I have a day off through the summer, I stay home instead of taking the kids to the shop, just because it's really a pain to take them all. What is up, Pope? I'm doing good. Doing good. Wrangling children and dogs. My dog keeps vomiting because he eats things that he's not supposed to. How are you on this fine day? Okay, I think my kids are hurting one of the cats now. Be right back. Being hands. Hands are challenging. No, I struggle with hands. I tend to really double down on the things that I struggle with the most. What's that? Gloves back on. Where did my gloves go? Crap. 1 second. Son's screaming at Fortnite right now. He really wants me to watch it. What surprise? He ate the Roku remote yesterday, so I have. Well, he didn't eat the remote. He chewed it into tiny little pieces. We did recover the batteries and make sure that he didn't eat anything too bad. I hope. We'll see. See how that goes. Might have to have surgery again. But yeah, I'm using the Roku app on my thing. Oh. Yeah, so I keep my phone in do not disturb while I'm streaming. Yeah. Cool. He ate a squeaker that got stuck in his bowel. Like he just swallowed the whole squeaker because that's how he rolls. This is the side of the pinch. Oh, that is kind of brilliant. Thank you, Marcelo. The only problem is like the children's stuff. They will also put in their mouths. So it's a risky approach, but it might still be worth it. Oh no, the rest of your suggestion actually makes a whole lot of sense. I jacked that up just because I zoomed in too much. Yeah, zoom in and you lose your proportions. Oh well. So I am actually going to do something a little bit different now. I have been working with a mentor, and have gotten some interesting color assignments. So I am actually going to work on that for just a moment. Let's get that set up. Exit, clear that folder, select a new one. I am just gonna pull up screenshots. Not screenshots, screen caps. It's movie references, movie screens. It's not just movies, it's also television. $8,456 images and 85 subfolders. Just gonna drop that down to a minute. 2 minutes, yeah. Let's go back to size. Go to regular. All right. A little bit of a different perspective. Oh, gotta sneeze. Oh gosh. Sorry. I was gonna try to mute, but didn't have time. Lots of arcane screenshots. But working with the mentor. So for anyone who is in the art castle, I have actually reached out to a fellow member of the mod team. For some assistance with especially color theory, because he is excellent at colors and I am not excellent at colors. And it has been a humbling experience. But if I want to get better, I gotta learn how to get through the suck. And I'm okay with that. So what I'm doing is a Nathan Fox exercise. Which is just taking super saturated colors and finding ways to blend them together in aesthetically pleasing ways. So I can use some colors to desaturate other colors. I can use the inherent value of those super saturated colors to either brighten or darken other colors. And then I can, if I'm controlling the saturation by blending, I can use the fully saturated colors to get different effects or direct the viewer's attention. Now, what's hard about this is that he also expects me to make good little compositions out of this exercise. So I'm only allowed to use 3 colors in any given panel, which is hard. And that would be a cheater color up there with the almost black. Like, I'm not allowed to use black, so figure I'll just cut myself off while I'm laying these out. So I get 3 colors and white. Now, white is the last color I get to use. And the other 3 are pseudo randomly selected based off of the little Monero brush palette generator. I say pseudo randomly selected because, you know, I'm dropping seven colors and picking 3 of those 7. So I have, yes, you are correct. White is typically the last. Like, I'll be blending a lot of white while I'm working, but yeah, white is typically the last color. But I've been using these screenshots as sort of inspiration for my layouts. And I'm limiting myself usually to just a few colors in each. Or a few minutes on each, not a few colors. Limiting myself to a few minutes on each. Something else I've discovered is that green is a great neutralizer. Did not expect that. Just trying to get a little bit of variety in here with this, these edges. Chainsaw thing. learning so much right now. So I have
I know. Daddy.
what, buddy?
When I shut my door, I hate the cats coming in there.
I don't care, man. Hand for hand. Right. Saturation, and then really draws your attention to what's going like through the composition. Hopefully this meets the challenge as it was intended. Oh. Here I'm just trying to like, frame the focal point. With some lighter tones. Gently frame the focal point with some lighter tones. And pull some of that cool green to the main section. Not a lot. Actually kind of like that. Usually the first one that I do, I hate with a passion. Something else I've discovered about myself is really like working dark to light. So this crazy saturated purple is actually the darkest color available to me. Yeah, getting help with color theory and some practical exercises to address my weaknesses in color. It's been really humbling, especially since he is like the guy I'm helped from is significantly younger than me. But he's just really good. Like, age is completely irrelevant whenever it comes to seeking mentorship from someone who's doing the thing that you want to do. Do what they tell you to do. Oh. Yeah, I'm probably not going to work on that frame from Braveheart. We'll see what else pops up. Now something from Indiana Jones. So I am just looking at that and blurring my eyes and asking, how can I make an interesting composition? So I have... Ooh, oh, that's gross. I love it. Perfect. I want to tone that down a lot. There we go. Look at that. I can muddy that up really quick and easy. Now let's get some lighter tones in. Subtle lighter tones. And work from back to front. Ooh, I love those grays. Right, do some subtle darker tones. It's a little darker, right? Looks a little darker to me. I really like doing that flood fill. So focusing on big, medium, small. What does that look like? Use a very square shape in the middle of that. Yeah, like I've already lost the reference that I was using, but that's okay. I'm basically doing a composition study from memory. And I'm not concerned with what the objects were, just the arrangement. So in order to avoid like a tangent here, I need to get a tangent here as well. So let's separate those a little. Keep more of a T intersection instead of having those weird points meet. Man, film is like honestly one of the best things ever for studying composition. Steal some of the canvas. This is technically my white. Ring dong, ring dong. My kids crack me up. I haven't done any blending yet. I need to. I don't know. I'm curious if I Sorry, I'm just looking over stuff. Alright, so looking at the time, go ahead and do one more. And we'll probably call it after that. So red here is actually my mid, and the blue is my dark, and green is my highlight. Lighter color anyway. I'm also trying, remember anyway, to think about like the 60-30-10 rule. So 60% is your fill color. 10% or 30% is your accent color, and then the remaining 10 is supposed to be your highlights. Yeah, I'm trying to make a big mess on the canvas. Like, this is giving me some pretty cool effects. Guys, it's gross out. You don't. I have discovered the cheat code. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Like, I don't think I was supposed to be able to do cheat codes. Is there any cheating? Really? I don't know. Lane will be the judge of that. Yes, this is awesome. Okay. So now I can take my darkest tones. Oh, that is no longer the darkest. Oh shit. That has the highest contrast. What's this? That's it. That's the stuff.
She's standing. See, she's standing. My girl is standing. I don't know why she would. I wonder why would I outside? No, you're not. Oh, okay. Wait. Dog in yours. Ding dong. 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 Ding dong.
Finding cool interactions, I think, was the whole purpose of this. So I feel like I've somewhat accomplished that with these. Yeah, all right. I need to sign off here in just a moment. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in. We're down to one last person in the chat, which I believe might be Marcelo. Thoughts and stuff and things. Yeah, today I chatted a bit about art careers. I really wanted to talk money today because it's such a taboo topic for artists, but you have to realize that when you make art, you have to make it for someone. And finding how to make it worth something to someone is really one of the 3 most important things you can do. So you got to think about the ikigai of the whole thing. So you have to find something that you're good at, that you love to do, that someone will pay you for. That's finding that perfect overlap is very simple but difficult. It's like going on a diet, quitting smoking. Like, it's simple, you know what to do, but doing it is the hard part. It takes a lot of exploration to find that perfect overlap, but once you find it, you're golden. Yeah, find that overlap. That's what it all boils down to. Now, in terms of like the money side of things, I'm trying out a Patreon type model, but I'm self-hosting it because I'm a nerd. I like owning the land that I build my castle on, so I'm doing it without Patreon, and I'm hosting it on my website through a membership platform. Everything is secure, but Patreon's not taking a cut of my cake. It's my cake. Yeah, I think ownership is very important whenever it comes to your creative livelihood. If you don't own it, then someone else will take advantage of your success. I've learned that the hard way with some business partners in the past, and yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna work on a platform that could arbitrarily just cut off my entire income. It's not cool. So, like on my website, I own my email list. I own the store. So it's like Patreon and Gumroad mashed up, and Etsy because I have physical products too. Like I have physical products, digital products, and of those physical products, some of them are drop shipped, some of them I 3D print myself. Like, it's really the best of all worlds since I'm a nerd enough to pull it off. Yeah, not everyone is in that same position, but I would argue that like as you start to build some sort of success for yourself, that you slowly at least move things onto your own platform so that you have more control. Yeah, it's a challenge, but it's what you gotta do. So I had a few topics lined up for the day, but I didn't talk through all of them. Oh, if you want to make art a career, it should only be because you love making art so much that you're willing to do you're willing to sell art to make more art. Otherwise, you'd probably be better off having a career and making art, not making art your career. But you can choose to do that. That's a big thing too. Like you can choose to love your career. That's art. Yeah, I think those are like the big deep topics that I wanted to talk about today. Maybe pricing art. When pricing art, just price it at whatever the market will bear. But don't undercut. Like you should price it as high as the market will bear, not low to undercut the market. Because then it's a race to the bottom. Oh, great. All right. On that note, sounds like my kids and dogs are all being a pain. So I am going to hop off here. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you for watching me draw some really weird color studies, Nathan Fox style. His are way better. Just saying. Check him out. Do Nathan Fox, Fowkes. Abstract color study. It's beautiful. Like he is a master of color. I am not. I am learning color. But on that note, take it easy, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you visit my website. It's over there at the bottom. So make sure you visit your website, or visit my website. Sign up for a membership if you'd like. There's a free tier, and you still get discounts in the shop if you like any of my prints. And you'll get notified every time I make a post. Not every time I go live, though, because that would just blow up your email inbox way more than it should. But on that note, take it easy, everybody. Keep drawing, painting, writing, singing, dancing your hearts out, and we will talk on the next live stream. Definitely next Tuesday, possibly sooner. Okay. Peace.